Tonight, a report on when commercial flights will be offered in Moses Lake, and students go stargazing for astronomy night. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Big Bend volleyball returns from the Skagit Valley crossover tournament, and a local swimmer performs well in Spokane. Here's a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
I'm meteorologist Mike Sines. Yesterday morning we saw clouds and also fog in the area. Now a frontal system is making its way towards us. Will it bring rain? I'll let you know.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A man allegedly driving a stolen car led police on a chase through Moses Lake until he collided with a Grant County Sheriff's Office SUV. Moses Lake police located a white Honda Accord matching the description of a car involved in a theft on Saturday morning. According to Moses Lake police, officers attempted to stop the stolen car when the suspect reportedly drove off. Officers followed the car through Moses Lake onto State Route 17 and through Larson. The suspect, identified as 24-year-old Moses Lake resident David Taylor, he reportedly lost control of the car after driving over spike strips, drove onto a sidewalk, causing the car to spin around. The suspect attempted to drive off again when he allegedly collided with the front of the Sheriff's Office K-9 unit SUV. The deputy and the narcotics K-9 dog Maddox were not injured. Taylor was arrested for possession of a stolen vehicle, attempting to elude a pursuing police vehicle, and theft. Commercial flights will soon return to the Grant County International Airports. A Seattle-based airline plans to offer flights from Moses Lake to Seattle and Portland. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
For the first time since 2009, Grant County residents will have commercial air service back at the Grant County International Airport. The Port of Moses Lake announced Tuesday that Portland-based Seaport Airlines is expanding their current service connecting Moses Lake to the west side of Washington and beyond. The initial rollout will have 3 daily round-trip flights to Seattle-Tacoma International Airport and 1 daily round-trip flight to Portland International Airport. Anyone looking to get away to the Olympic Peninsula can connect to one of 5 daily flights to Port Angeles from SeaTac. Flights are scheduled to take off from the Grant County International Airport starting March 1st, 2016, and fares from Moses Lake to both Seattle and Portland will start at $59 each way. Seaport uses Cessna Caravan turboprop aircraft, which seat 9 passengers and can get to Portland or Seattle in about 90 minutes. Port of Moses Lake Director of Business Development Richard Hanover said the news is big for Grant County.
It's something that we've been excited about. It's part of our long-term economic development plan here at the Port of Moses Lake. It opens a whole wide range of new businesses that we'll be able to go after here at the port. We were really strategic about the airline that we chose. In the past, a lot of the airlines that we've approached about coming to Moses Lake and providing service, the planes were excess of 70 seats or more. We decided that we needed to take a little bit more surgical approach about the airline that we were going to choose, and we chose a company that was going to be able to provide service that was manageable for our area. So yes, it's going to be sustainable long term.
Seaport officials say passengers can start making reservations in November. In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
A woman is accused of stealing an electronic home monitoring bracelet she was ordered to wear. Prosecutors charged Rosa Campos, a 34-year-old Moses Lake resident, in Grant County Superior Court with theft of rental or lease property. Campos reportedly rented a GPS tracking ankle bracelet from Friendship Diversion Services on March 16th after she was ordered to during a Grant County District Court case, according to Ephrata Police. Campos allegedly stopped making her monthly payments for the bracelet in May. Employees reported the problem to police after the bracelet stopped working in August. Campos allegedly told employees the device was working and she would be in the next day to have it checked. She reportedly did not check in with Friendship Diversion Services. The device costs roughly $1,400 to replace. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
This weather segment's brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. I'm meteorologist Mike Sines with a look at your weather headlines. We saw fog in the morning and now we're clear. High pressure is now dominating our region and we are going to see cooler temperatures are on the way. I'll let you know when that is in our 7-day outlook. Taking a look at our almanac for us here in Ephrata, we reached a low right around the 50s, 52 to be exact. Nothing in the way of rain. Sunset for us at 6:02. Record low was set back in 1961 of 26 degrees. For our friends out in Moses Lake, they reached a low of 46. Record low was back in 1982 of 28 degrees. Sunset for them at 6:01. Nothing in the way of precip. And here's the conditions as they look right now outside your door. It's 66. We are clear and the winds are lightly blowing. As we take a look now, this is a photo of just in the morning. As you can tell right there, and this was taken at 8:04. This is from Moses Lake Municipal Airport. Visibility is so much better than what we saw yesterday. Yesterday we couldn't even see the plane. Now you can clearly see the plane and where the planes actually land, so visibility has cleared up. High pressure is going to kind of remain in control here, and I'll let you know that right now in our Futurecast model. As you see, the cloud covers are going to kind of burn off, and then we are going to see a more stable pattern come into here as we take a look at our Futurecast model. A front will slowly start to edge its way in towards our region, but it'll produce just a few clouds and a few coastal showers as we head into Wednesday. It'll be very, very light out towards the western portions. As we take a look for Yakima, 71 degrees expected for tomorrow. A great day in store for everyone. And even out towards Long Beach, 62. Out towards Port Angeles, they could still see a few spotty showers and mostly sunny in portions of the Tri-City area. For us here in Ephrata, 68 for tomorrow, 68 in Moses Lake, and out towards Quincy, 67 degrees around the 1 o'clock hour. Here's a look at your 7-day outlook, calling for great conditions. We're going to see partly cloudy skies, and then Friday, sunny skies. Cloud cover is going to build back up again. By the time the weekend rolls around, temperatures are actually going to just drop a little bit. Friday, we're going to see a passing system that'll start dropping temperatures day by day. Look at the lows, already registering some lows into the 30s as we go from Friday into Saturday. But then we have a slight warm-up as we get into the week on Monday and Tuesday, so that'll definitely be nice. Stay tuned with us. Sports is coming up next.
Paying your Grant PUD bill with ePay is like getting free cuts in line. You pay when you want, how you want. Get free cuts in line with Grant PUD ePay. Visit grantpud.org.
Oh, dude, I'm just in the theater. It's totally cool.
Ah.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go Flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Big Bend volleyball split games at the Skagit crossover tournament. The Lady Vikings held off Edmonds in a tight game 1 by scores of 26-24, 27-25, and 25-19. Big Bend dropped game 2 to host Skagit Valley, the eventual second-place finisher, 25-21, 25-17, and 25-22. The Lady Vikings at 2-7 in the conference standings are back on the court tomorrow night for an NWAC East Region match at 5-5 Wenatchee. Eric Kemper, a USA unattached 13-year-old swimmer from Moses Lake, found success at the 2015 Fall Challenge swim meet in Spokane. Kemper placed in the top 6 of all the events he swam, while turning in best times in 4 of them. Kemper took first in the 200 fly with a personal best of 2 minutes, 13.18 seconds. He placed third in the backstroke, setting another personal best. Kemper touched fourth in the 200 freestyle and had 5th place finishes in the 500 free and 200 breaststroke. He took 6th in the 400 individual medley. The Wild overcame a couple of first-period power play goals to pull out a 4-2 comeback win over the Nanaimo Clippers in Port Alberni, BC. Devin Brousseau opened the scoring for Nanaimo 5 minutes into the contest. Blake Christensen evened things up for Wenatchee at the 9:55 mark. Nanaimo regained the lead 4 minutes later on a Zach Court goal. Kyle Steffen squared the match 2-2 in the second period. The Wild added 2 third-period goals from Mike Coyne and Dakota Arabe to win it. Wenatchee improves to 8-3-1 on the season and moves back into sole possession of first place in the mainland division. The Wild are back in action Wednesday at Chilliwack. The team opens a 3-game homestand Friday. Washington State star safety Shalom Luani has been named Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. Luani had 2 interceptions and 11 tackles in the win over Oregon State, including an 84-yard pick 6. This marks the first time since 2013 that a Cougar has won the award. Luani is the 4th Pac-12 player this season to record 2 interceptions in a game. The Washington Huskies suffered a big loss to Oregon on Saturday, but they picked up a big win on the recruiting trail. The Huskies have received a commitment from quarterback Daniel Bridge Gadd. Gadd is 6'3" and 200 pounds, hailing from Phoenix, Arizona. He initially committed to New Mexico State, but decided to change his commitment after visiting Washington over the weekend. The QB has thrown for 2,214 yards and 25 TDs this season. He's also rushed for 363 yards and 12 touchdowns. We'll be back after this short break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
The Dodge brothers' competitive spirit and engineering prowess started long before they built their first car, and will continue long after their latest, the most technologically advanced vehicle in its class.
Our spotlight story tonight is about a Moses Lake Elementary School's astronomy night, where people had the chance to stargaze with the help of Big Bend astronomy students. Reporter Joe Utter was there and has the story.
As the sun set on a clear night in Moses Lake, students and their parents gathered at North Elementary School to get a closer look at the sky. The school hosted its first astronomy night, which was open to both students and the community. Big Bend Community College astronomy and physics professor Jim Ham brought his students, along with some telescopes, to teach elementary school students about astronomy. Ham explains what students and their parents were able to see up close.
Mostly it was just the moon. We caught Saturn for just a little while, but it was low in the sunset, and so it's pretty much gone for the year. But Teresa had her telescope aimed at the Andromeda Galaxy for a little while, and I don't know if anybody caught, there's a double star called Alberio that we usually try to show on things like this, and it's two stars that are real close together, but they're contrasting colors, so it's kind of a pretty sight.
And Ham said in this time of the month, when the moon is in its first quarter, is a good time to take a look through a telescope.
This is a good time of the month to look at the moon, because when it's a half moon like this, you can look at the day-night boundary, and the shadows are real stark this time of the month.
North Elementary School Principal Kelly Frederick said the event was a unique opportunity for students and parents to learn more about science and get the community involved with activities.
It is. Anytime you can get the community involved with our students and letting them know what they're interested in, their passions that include science, technology, engineering, and math, where it's a win-win. We've got the community here doing it, our students excited and learning, and their parents involved in everything. So it's a great program. We sure appreciate the Big Bend and the community members that are coming to help us show our kids what the moon looks like up close.
Ham said he and his students tried to hold similar stargazing nights at least once every fall at different schools.
Usually we can fit in one in the fall quarter, sometimes one in the spring as well. Spring's a little harder because of going off daylight savings time or back on it, it doesn't get dark forever, so it's harder to fit that in.
Ham said he gained an interest in astronomy after taking classes when he was a student. He holds both a bachelor's degree and PhD in physics, but said stargazing isn't just part of his career.
It's a hobby too. I spend most of my summer vacations doing astronomy related things. Last summer we went to Hawaii and went up at night on Haleakala Crater on Maui and took pictures there. And I go camping to these star parties, big gatherings of amateur astronomers. So
this is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Welcome back. A Quincy woman was injured when her vehicle struck several rocks on State Route 97, about 2 miles south of Enitat. Leonardo Ventura, a 33-year-old Quincy man, was driving a 1997 Toyota Avalon south on SR 97 early Sunday morning. The vehicle collided with rocks that had fallen on the highway. According to Washington State Patrol, his passenger, 18-year-old Quincy woman Ziara Carbajal, was injured and taken to Confluence Health Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee. Ventura and his 2 other passengers, a 24-year-old Quincy man and a 53-year-old Ephrata resident, were not hurt. A fire destroyed a home about 12 miles south of Quincy. Grant County Fire District 3 responded to a structure fire Friday evening in the 900 block of Road N Northwest after a double-wide mobile home caught fire. According to Chief Don Fortier, on Monday, nobody was injured and the home was likely a total loss. The homeowner was inside the home when the fire started and was able to get out safely. The Grant County Fire Marshal's office is investigating the cause of the fire. A man is going to prison after he was caught by a police officer trying to steal a car from a Moses Lake dealership. Brandon McNew, a 21-year-old Moses Lake resident, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to taking a motor vehicle without permission. McNew has previous felony convictions for 2 counts of taking a motor vehicle in 2015 and possession of methamphetamine in 2014. He was sentenced to 1 year and 2 months in prison. An officer spotted McNew and another man standing near a Honda Accord with the hood open in the parking lot of a Bud Cleary Honda of Moses Lake on July 10th. When the officer approached, the men put the hood down and started to walk. Officers stopped the men and found the ignition of 2 cars were removed. In Northwest news, when you send your children off to school, there's an expectation they will be kept safe. That expectation was not met for parents of kids on a Washington school bus last week. Surveillance video captured the moment when a toxic chemical started flowing under the children's feet.
Surveillance video on an Ocean Shore school bus captures the moment students realized something was terribly wrong. On Wednesday morning, about 30 kids were on their way to Ocean Shores Elementary School when a heater hose ruptured in the back of the bus and started leaking antifreeze.
And you can see the fluid all the way up here.
That's a lot of fluid. Samuel Mason and Sarah Walton both had children on the bus. They're concerned over the way the North Beach School District handled the incident, including notification to all parents and providing immediate medical care to ensure every child was safe.
You know, what was the temperature? Of the fluids, because obviously it was vaporized.
After the frightening incident, the kids were loaded onto another bus, brought to school, and later evaluated by the school nurse. Walton says her kids waited more than an hour for medical care.
And they both said they had stomach aches and their eyes were burning and they had headaches.
These parents are concerned the students were not checked at the scene when the fire department responded.
That runs the whole length of the bus.
Right.
Assistant Superintendent Dave Wayman says the hose that ruptured is encased and did not spray any kids. But Mason says his son had burns and wet shoes.
The buses that we purchased to begin with are the best buses available to us, and I think they all consider safety. And that we're not going to buy something that's unsafe.
The district says they'll take any potential lessons from this dangerous incident and make changes if necessary. In Ocean Shores, I'm Kara Kostanich, Como News.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.